I met Wanderlei. I knew Wanderlei for a long time, of course. I've been fighting jiu-jitsu in Japan in 2003, and I watched when he was fighting Pride, and was amazing. And like about two and a half years ago, my friend André Galvão was here in Las Vegas. Wanderlei hired him to train him Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And at the same time, I was doing my deal with UFC to fight my first fight. Then when I went to fight my first fight, I started, know more of Wanderlei because he was with André, and André is a big friend of mine, André Galvão. And then I started training with Alejarra. After that, in my third fight in UFC, I came here. I was doing the Ultimate Fighter show as assistant coach to Frank Mir last year, and then I needed to training conditioning because I had a fighting coming up. And I talked to Alejarra. He started training me, and we started training together. Then, because that Wanderlei, Alejarra is also his conditioning coach. So Wanderlei was helping me, and we started to do a very good partnership. And he's a guy that I admire a lot, like I said, and he helped me a lot to always in my fights.
He started training with Alejarra 3 fights ago, and his level up a lot because his cardio is more better now. And he started training with me in his last fight with McDonald, his fight with McDonald. And he's a great grappler, and his stand-up, every fight is better and better. And he's a very serious fighter. He's a lot of focus. He has a lot of control in his hand. He's a confidence, has too much confidence. He knows about his potential, and he's a very good training with him because his ground is incredible. I never trained with one guy who have his style. He's amazing in the ground. Every guy who going to ground with him stay in trouble.
My training with Wanderlei, he helped me. He does spar with me. He does jiu-jitsu. He does everything with me. But the main thing is he's so experienced. He has a lot of fights, and he's so good that for me I grow a lot when I spar with him. And he's amazing stand-up. It's hard to fight him. And plus he's heavier than me, so for me it's perfect to training with him. And because he always wants to help me, it's good. It's not just a guy who wants to go and fight and training and beat you up. He also wants to help me. He trains hard, but he wants to help me, and that's perfect.
Basically, my training with Demian Maia I help him in part to MMA, and he's helped me in jiu-jitsu. And I train with him a lot of MMA. I started stand-up with the small gloves, and the takedowns, train a lot of takedowns for his fight in the ground. And I train a lot of Muay Thai with him too. And I punch him so hard because in the ground he plays with me. He's hard, he's tough in the ground. And but in the stand-up, I give a lot of lessons for him, and he's a great fighter. His stand-up is much more better now, and I'm not going to have too much surprise. He's give the knockout to the Shannon because his punches is so stronger now. He's more stronger now. He up for 8 pounds. After the last fight, he up 8 pounds. The muscles, he stays so stronger, and maybe it's possible he gives the knockout in the next opponent.
For me, work with Rafael, it's like put me for sure in another level. I thought I was professional, but when I started work with him, I realized that I was far from that, and he's so professional, and like Wanderlei also, you know, it's just different. It's just, they live about that, about the training, and they are real, you know, he work with us as real athletes, and it's pretty different. It's very hard, you know. He's not when he's working, he's not nice all the time. You know, he's tough with us, but it's good because if you want to reach the top, you should be with the best, and I think he's the best.
E o Demian é um atleta novo, nosso da equipe, que está chegando com nós, está fazendo o terceiro trabalho junto, mas hoje ele já faz parte da equipe, ele é uma realidade dentro da equipe. E estamos procurando fazer da melhor maneira possível para que ele possa chegar a ser, quem sabe, nesse ano ainda, campeão da categoria dos médios, do UFC. Nós sabemos que ele tem plenas condições de atingir esse ápice da carreira dele, digamos assim.
He's a 10 or 11-0, never lose, and I think he's the two top guys in 185, and I think the guy who gonna win this fight, maybe is the next challenger for the champion, and I think it's a good match for him, good match for Demian, because Shonan is a great name. He beat Paulo Filho. It's a great name too, and his name up so much. For this, he coming for the UFC, and Demian training a lot for this fighting, and I think Shonan going to have a great surprise with him this fighting, because he wanted to fight just in the ground. He's going to have a lot of surprise with Demian this fight, this time, because his punches are so stronger. He needs to know. He needs to look in his hands too, because Demian going for to beat this guy and stand up too, because he's much more better. I think I want Demian won in the second round. I'm saying or submit or knockout, but I think Demian won in the second round.